everyone. Welcome to the Young Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Daniella. This is my co-host, Mordechai.
Hey.
And you guys, we're so excited because today we have a very special guest, Mya Lowe, who plays Kylie on My Life with the Walter Boys. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited to chat.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes. Okay. And I'm sure all of our audience knows exactly who you are, but I am going to give you a little intro, a bio, as you deserve. So we're so excited to have Mya, who plays Kylie on My Life with the Walter Boys, but you've also seen her in several other projects: Yellow Jackets, Fakes, Murder in a Small Town, and even Tracker. And she's done it all. We're talking dancing, acting, and of course, stealing scenes. So we're about to get into all of the behind the scenes of My Life with the Walter Boys. And we are going to play some of our favorite young entertainment games. So thanks for joining us again. Our first segment that we'll jump into, just a little icebreaker, is Hot Mess Obsessed. So we like to talk about something that we're just hot mess obsessed over in entertainment, whether it's like a show we've been binging, it could be an old movie we're rewatching, a super good album we're listening to, a book that we're reading. So Mya, if you want to kick it off with what you've just been hot mess obsessed over lately.
Okay, well, one that I got really obsessed with and binged and finished within a couple days was Tell Me Lies. I started that the other week and I had a few days off of work, so I was just binging it, and that was so good. Yeah, that one's really, like, I had been hearing things about it for a while and like seeing clips, and I've been trying to avoid the clips, so I didn't see anything, but it's a great show.
Okay, so my mom was just visiting and she is like obsessed with that show, and she's like, you need to watch it tomorrow. So I think I'm going to.
It's so good. It's juicy. It's great.
Have you watched it?
I haven't seen it. I think I started the first season, but I've gotten like so many other things catching up, so I have not seen the full thing yet, but it got me interested, so yeah. I'm curious.
So what have you been hot mess obsessed with?
It's My Life with the Walter Boys and The Summer I Turned Pretty, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's a love triangle summer, like we like to say. We are huge fans of your show. We just filmed a whole breakdown pod episode because we got to see the season early, and so we were just obsessed with it. So we did a whole episode breaking it down, because we always say, like, with our favorite shows, we have to do like a debrief episode after, like your emotional support bestie, to talk through everything you just witnessed on the screen, someone to like, okay, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? So we had so much fun filming that. Okay, so question for you. Have you heard of the concept, the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon?
I have not.
Okay, so it is this phrase. It's kind of an old phrase, but basically it's just this concept that any individual on planet Earth is just 6 degrees away or less from Kevin Bacon, meaning like we're all super connected. So we do this fun thing on our show where instead of Kevin Bacon, it's 6 degrees of Zac Efron. So basically how our guests are connected to Zac Efron. So Mordechai, this is his thing. He's so good at it. He finds how our guests are 6 degrees or less connected to Zac. So he has it all figured out, and he's going to share it with you. But we want to know first, do you know, like, how would you connect yourself to Zac?
I know how exactly I would connect myself to Zac.
Okay, yes.
Because I'm friends with the lovely Samantha Hanratty from Yellow Jackets, who is very good long-term friends with Vanessa Hudgens, who I went to Samantha's wedding a couple years ago and Vanessa was there. So then through Vanessa, maybe somehow, she would know Zac. So that would be my connection.
I
love that. Yeah, that's so such a good one. Yeah.
You had a different one though. I want to hear it.
I started with Yellow Jackets with Christina Ricci, and then I did Wednesday with Jenna Ortega, which led me to Yes Day with Jennifer Garner, which led me to Love Simon with Josh Duhamel, and then Josh Duhamel was in New Year's Eve with Zac Efron.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Oh wow, that is detailed. I love that.
So you're very connected, Maya. You have
Yeah.
several ways to get a hold of Zac Efron if you're ever in a
Right.
pinch and need to chat.
Absolutely. Well, that's great.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Was so cool though. We have multiple options. So, okay, let's jump into getting to know you and your character on this epic Netflix show. So, what was your personal favorite thing about Kylie in season 2?
Ooh, that's a good question. I feel like Kylie keeps a very good head on her shoulders throughout the craziness of season 2. There is a lot of ups and downs going on for so many storylines, and same with Kylie's, but I will say I do think that her character was written very well to kind of have like the good head on her shoulders, be able to give a piece of her mind and give good advice as well.
Totally. And we love that about your characters. So, okay, and then also, we felt like there was a slow burn happening between Kylie and Alex, even though we don't totally see it yet. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, I don't blame people. I think that was totally something that has been a thing since season 1. Just the uh, chemistry that they have as friends is so special and unique to those two. And it was really interesting getting to play with that in season 2 and seeing how the tables have kind of turned. It's no longer Kylie being, frustrated over Jackie and Alex. It's now Kylie has her own life, starting with Dylan, and Alex is kind of getting pushed to the side, and they're not connecting as much in that way. Um, so I'm all game for the theories of the slow burn because I think slow burns are so much fun to watch. I love them. So
Speaking about slow burn and chemistry, Mordechai has a note about some chemistry that he enjoyed on the show.
Oh, yeah, between you, what's it called, the chemistry you have with Colton, Stewart, who plays Dylan. I think one of my favorite scenes has to be where you like walk away from him on the bleachers. And so I was wondering, like, what did the two of you do to outside of filming to like help build that chemistry we've seen play out throughout the season?
Okay, yeah, good question. Colton, he's so lovely. He's like a very good friend of mine now, just based on the time we spent together in season 2. Like he's an incredible human. Um, and it's funny because we barely worked together in season 1. I like barely really saw him, but I knew of him and saw him every once in a while. And then we both actually did a Zoom chemistry read for a different project between or after right after season 1. And I logged onto Zoom and he was there and we did this stuff together and it was great. And the project didn't pan out, but through that I was like, oh, like that was so nice to get to connect with Colton that way. And then of course season 2 comes around and I'm talking with Mel and she's like, yeah, Kylie and Dylan. And I'm like, okay, well, this is perfect because I already know we have chemistry, like we can make it happen. So it didn't ever feel like it involved too much preparation. I feel like we just both just love the character so much, love the project so much that in the moment we're able to just commit to that. And I feel like there's so much like love as a friendship there that we were able to just kind of bounce off of it and work with it. And it's only kind of come even more to fruition. And we're filming season 3 now too. So I'm seeing him all the time and it's great. I love it.
That's so fun. Okay, so what is it like to currently be filming season 3 and then season 2 just came out and you're experiencing the reaction from the world really in real time, but then also you're getting to film with your castmates the next season. What is that like?
It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm so glad it worked out this way because if anything, it just makes us more excited. And now we're all like, okay, we need season 3 to drop soon. Like we've just kind of gotten it started and I'm already so excited for people to see what's happening this season now. But it is fun to see people's reactions to storylines that like we've already obviously gotten so used to. Like it was shocking to us when we got the scripts and then we filmed it a year ago. And then now we've kind of obviously moved on from it and seeing everyone's reactions. I mean, a lot of it I totally agree with. I feel like when I watched the show a few weeks ago with a few of the cast members we're watching, we're like, oh my gosh, I forgot this even happened. And I forgot this scene happened. And it's really like nice. And it's kind of a nice refresher to have too while we're filming. And then to have the kind of the hype come back again. I know that there was like a bit of a break between season 1 and season 2 coming out. So it's really nice to see that people are still like just as invested and care so much about these characters and the storylines.
Totally. So when you were watching it back with the cast, was there any scene that was either your favorite, or maybe it was even like the scene felt so different on set that day than what it actually ends up being in post-production when you see it?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I think there's a few scenes. I mean, there's so much that we don't even see people film. So I will say like a standout moment, and I wasn't there for filming this, obviously, but I think the end of the football episode, which I believe is episode 4, 3, one of those, where Noah has that moment out in the field. And I remember reading that script and being like, oh, that sounds really nice. And then I watched it, and then with the music and Noah's incredible acting and all that, I was like almost in tears. I was like, wow, this is so beautiful. And it's so insane to see this come to life in this way, because it's, how do you visualize that when you just see a script, right? I will say like one of my favorite scenes that I watched and I was almost like pleasantly surprised with was the scene I did with Colton, where I'm sketching in my art book, and he comes and sits down and he ends up asking me on a date. And that one, it was really fun to film, but we obviously film kind of fast, and you know, you go in for your one scene and you'll do it and you'll go home and leave it behind. And then to go and watch it back, I was like, oh my gosh, that was actually really sweet to watch. And I can see the vision coming to life now. So that was one of my favorite ones to watch.
Speaking of being on set, I'm sure you do. There has to be, with a cast as fun as you guys. Do you have any funny, like, behind the scenes moments that happen, memories of like, OMG, I don't know, something going down on set that the fans would just love to hear about?
Oh my gosh, I have to think about this. It's funny because we all film often like in separate storylines, but I mean, one of my favorite days was season 1, episode 10, the wedding, because we were all at that ranch together. And it was like, that was the first time I got to go and be with the entire Walter family. So it was super cute to sit there and like watch their dynamic between all the brothers, and then also Nikki, and see like what they've kind of formed over the season that I wasn't there for at all, really. That was just like such a lovely time, and getting to watch like everyone dance together and just have fun. Like that was one of my favorite days, mainly because the cast was like so huge that day. It was so fun.
Yeah, that is really cool to see everybody come together. And I'm sure the chemistry just gets more and more intense every episode that you film together. So that is really cool. Okay, so speaking of on-set chemistry and just being in the film and TV world, what is one piece of advice you would give to an aspiring actor or actress who specifically would like to book a role in a Netflix show?
What I'd say is that something really special about these shows is that I think especially with Walter Boys, people were cast so well. Like when I first met everyone, I was like, I can see how you're playing this character and how you're playing this character. And even though their, you know, personalities don't line up the exact same, there are elements to it. And I think that the reason why that happened was because they brought themselves to the audition. And when I first read the breakdown for Kylie, I was like, there's so much here that I can relate to. I was such a tomboy growing up. I played so many video games growing up. And I was like, this just feels like myself. Therefore, I'm not going to go and try to pretend to be something else in order to book this. Like, why would I do that? So you find the similarities in the character and what you can bring, and then just bring it. And it either is what they're looking for or it's not, and you have no control over it. All you can do is just leave it out there. And yeah, that's what I'd say. And I think that was kind of what a lot of people did with Walter Boys when they auditioned, the cast that got booked for it. It's like, whenever I watch them on screen in these roles, I'm like, it makes so much sense. Like there is parts of you in this. So I'd say honestly, just bringing what you can bring as like a individual, and finding parts of the character that you can relate to or intertwine into yourself, so that you're not drifting so far from what you know and trying to be something that you're not. That'd be a huge thing.
That's great.
That's
advice.
amazing. Yeah, that's really nice. I love that.
Thank you.
And what was it like for your audition specifically?
So I originally auditioned for Grace. I sent in a self-tape for Grace, which is a very different character. And
Yeah.
Ellie, who plays Grace, is like the perfect Grace, and Ellie's like one of my best friends now. But it's like funny
Aw.
to think that I did that. But I remember doing it. I was like, wow, this feels insane for me because this is like not me. But I'm like, I'm gonna try to do what I can to make it happen. Sent that in, and then they reached out and then they said, they like the tape, but they want me to go for Kylie. And that's when I saw the breakdown for Kylie for the first time. Um, and I only did the one Zoom call with Melanie, the showrunner and casting as well. And it was the scene my very first scene of episode 1 in the first season with Alex, where we got our headphones on and doing our thing. And well, I put headphones on in the audition and I'm like pretending to game and stuff. And I did it and it felt great. And I was like, I'm just gonna just do what I can. And but I felt like I could connect a lot to that character. So I did it. Melanie was lovely. And then I found out, I'd say a couple weeks later that it was happening. So yeah, no
Wow.
chemistry reads or anything. The first time I saw Ashby was at our first table read. And yeah, it was crazy.
Sometimes it's just meant to be, and it sounds like it was just meant to be. I love it. So, for somebody who is really just watching these shows on Netflix, a lot of our audience are aspiring actors and actresses who do want to break into the industry. So a lot of the content that we create when we talk about on our podcast is masterclass moments, tips and tricks on how to become successful in the industry, because it can be a little bit hard to figure out, especially as a young person. So when you got this audition, did you get it through an agent? Okay, so you didn't attend an open call. So would you mind sharing with our audience just the typical way on either how they can get an agent or your personal story? One thing that we know from interviewing so many different actors and actresses from the TV world, the film world, is that it kind of seems like everybody's process to getting an agent, even though there are steps to follow, their journey was a bit different. We interviewed an actress the other day, a lovely actress, Sway from Zombies, and she mentioned that she signed with her agency, I think when she was like 5 or so. She was super young, but she's still with her same agency to this day, and now she's much older. And I think it's so cool. Everybody has a different story of like they've been in the industry for forever, or some people are kind of new to it. So what was your personal story or journey for getting an agent, if you're open to sharing that? And what is some advice that you could give aspiring actresses and actors who are wanting to sign with an agent someday?
Totally. Yeah, I have I guess, a different kind of story too in terms of how I got an agent, because I grew up dancing, and in high school, I was like, I want to move to Vancouver and I want to dance in film and TV. Like that is my dream. So I applied for an incredible dance agency in Vancouver, and they signed me in my grad year. And I moved to Vancouver a month after I graduated and immediately started auditioning through them for dance jobs. And for the next 2-ish years, I was working on, I did Disney Descendants 3 as a dancer. And I did these like incredible um, shows that just taught me so much about being on set. And for a while, I was like, yeah, this is great. This is great. And then over time, I was like, oh, but that actor, like what they're doing is so interesting to me. And I would love to see what it's like to do that. Because obviously dancing on set versus acting on set is super different. Um, I did immediately start training in acting when I moved to Vancouver, just so I could open myself up to any acting roles that also came my way. But dance was my number one for a while. And then I kind of made that decision during COVID, actually, that I wanted to do a full switch and leave dancing to not to have it as a job, but to do it for fun and do it as my enjoyment. And then acting, I want to go full throttle, be with an acting agency and only focus on acting. So I made that switch and did switch agencies as well. And from that point on, it was just, taping, and then roles started to come in. And yeah, so it's a bit unique because I started in dance and then moved into acting, but I also know like many people have done that as well. It's all just from a love of performing. But yeah, I mean, in terms of advice, I mean, I think training is so huge. I think there's always room for that, natural talent, but there are technicalities to being on set that it's really helpful to learn. And some of them you kind of just learn through set experience, but also there's things that you can learn in acting classes that will help you when you're on set and you're maybe in a high pressure situation or not feeling so great that day. Like there's a foundation to fall back on. So I believe in wholeheartedly in training with different coaches and finding what works for you and never kind of losing that like passion for learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great advice. And for anybody who's watching or listening right now and you're thinking, okay, like how do I get involved in coaching or classes? What's really cool is nowadays, because we're in this like virtual world and so many of the auditions are virtual, that even if you don't live in New York, LA, Atlanta, Vancouver, you can take online virtual acting classes, which is really cool. So anybody who's watching or listening who's interested in that and wants more info, comment below, send us a message, comment on one of our recent videos and tag us, and we will share the resources that we have to point you in the direction of acting classes that are virtual.
So yes, I just wanted to ask, so you mentioned you were in Descendant 3. What was it like on the set of that, and do you have any like fun behind the scenes stories?
Yeah, I mean, it was incredible. That was probably one of my like favorite jobs to this day. Obviously, it's Kenny Ortega, which he made High School Musical, which is like my favorite series ever.
Amazing.
So that in itself was incredible. But I was working with like 60 other dancers, and we did about, I'd say like a month and a half to 2 months of just rehearsing. And that was rehearsing with the cast. And the cast were lovely, very talented people, very kind. And there was this really nice connection between the dancers and the cast. Just a mutual respect and like love there. So that was something that made the experience so beautiful. Like we were all just so happy to be there. And obviously it's this incredible big budget movie. So the sets were insane. And yeah, I mean, a really fun time was probably the wrap party. We were all the dancers obviously went and the cast were there and all the crew, and it was just a huge dance party and everyone just kept let loose and did their own thing, and it was like a great way to end it off. But that whole experience was like so memorable for me. It really, I mean, that movie in itself, watching the cast and specifically Dove Cameron work, I was like, that is what I wanna do, like, that kind of acting and yeah, just it's so much talent on that set, so it was a really great experience.
That's so
I
cool.
love that.
Yeah, it's very inspiring. I'm sure it's so cool to hear like you have this amazing, you were in the cast and you had this front row seat to watching these actors and actresses that we watch all the time, like on TV, act in real life. So that's so cool that you got to see that. And now you're that person. And I'm sure there's other people on the set of My Life with the Walter Boys that are maybe background or extras or whatever. And they're watching you and they're like, I want to do what she's doing. I'm inspired by her. So that is so cool that you've been able to create this career for yourself. And it is full circle. So I love that. Yeah. And Mordechai came up with a really fun game. So do you want to hop into that?
Yeah, let's do it. Could you intro it, okay?
Yeah. So this
Okay.
one's just kind of like rapid fire style, whatever comes to mind, but it's basically Alex or Cole. Alex versus Cole. So Mordecai is going to say like these are, I guess the word would be fictitious instances.
Yeah, they're all like
yeah.
they're all like kind of like scenarios in which like, and then you have to just pick like which brother you think would do this.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah, I like that.
exactly.
That's so
based on
fun.
their character. Okay, cool. Go for it. Take
Okay,
it away, Em.
awesome. Okay, Jackie says she needs a ride somewhere, and both Cole and Alex have somewhere else to be. Which brother would change their plans to drive Jackie?
Alex.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Uh,
cute. I think so.
Mhm.
Jackie gets sick and needs soup. Who's staying with her and cooking her soup, and is it homemade or out of the can?
Oh, I would say Cole, and it's out of the can.
I agree.
I love it. Okay. Jackie is in New York and left something very important in Colorado. Which brother is flying out to hand deliver it, and which is mailing it?
Ooh. Oh my gosh, good one. I think Cole would mail it, and I think Alex would fly out there.
Okay. Jackie is the lead in the school play, and her scene partner doesn't show up. Who is first to get up there and wing it? And you can't pick Danny.
Okay. Yeah. Cole. I think Cole. He's very brave.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is very brave. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alec got into a full-time rodeo school, and Cole has a full football type scholarship, while Jackie decides to go to her college of choice. Which brother is giving up their dreams and going with her, and which is not?
Oh.
Cole.
Okay.
Would. Yeah.
That was the last one. Oh, I should have written it down. I didn't write it down which one you picked, and you should have picked the winner. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh. we'll have
But
to
it's
watch
fine.
it.
They're both
Might have been
winners.
Cole. They are in their own way. Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
totally.
Maybe someone who's watching on YouTube, watching this episode, comment below. Please tell us which brother won
Yes.
that round. Okay, so let's jump into another little game, most likely to, but this is cast edition. So this is on set, this is behind the scenes. So who is most likely to pull a prank on set?
Alicia. Who plays Erin.
Oh.
Yeah.
And why? Is she like class clown vibes?
She's goofy. She's so fun.
Aw.
She will match your energy anytime. So and she gets little bursts of
Oh.
energy too.
I just saw a TikTok of her. She did what's it called, from Glee. She did that first I don't know if you saw the TikTok. It was you saw it. It was so cute.
So
I loved it.
I know.
Yeah.
No, love her.
Now I have FOMO. I need to go watch it. Who is most likely to forget their line and just break into the giggles?
Ooh, everyone's pretty on it. I could say Colton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
I
start
think so.
cracking up.
Yeah, because he doesn't mess up. I mess up definitely more than him. I forget lines way more. But I could see if he did do it once, it could happen. Yeah.
So when you forget a line on set, do you call line?
Depending on if I can save it by changing the words a little, then I'll do
Oh.
it and save it in the next take.
Okay.
But if it's like close up coverage and I know I've only got a few, I'll stop and reset and be like, I'm going to take that back and go back and do it again. Yeah.
That's so interesting. That is quick thinking on your feet too, to like change up the words.
Yeah. And some people are better at it than others. I'll say Ashby's really good about that. He can like improv so well. And I'm very much like, I know I just messed up, so I'm going to take it back. They're patient about it.
I love it. Who would be most likely to be running late to set with a coffee in hand?
Ooh. Ellie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Do you know her coffee order?
She loves a matcha latte. Usually with some oat milk in there.
Ooh,
Yeah.
love it.
Mhm.
Okay, good. Who is most likely to break into song or dance between takes, if anyone?
Ashby. He sings a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He loves it. Doesn't dance as much, but he sings. He's great. Yeah, it's
How
nice.
fun.
It keeps your mind moving all the time, so it's good.
Totally. Do you break into dance at all on set, since that's your background?
Sometimes with the girls there.
Yeah.
I will. But Noah's a great dancer. He loves to bust a move, I will say. He probably does it more
Oh
than
my
I.
God.
Yeah.
How fun. I love it. We gotta search on IG and find photos. I feel like there's gonna be photos of them dancing BTS. So okay, who would be most likely to be the group's like unofficial behind the scenes photographer? Like almost if you were in school and somebody was the president of the yearbook, you know, the person that's like collecting the memories of everyone.
Definitely Connor. Connor
Yeah?
does that all the time. Yeah. He's got some really cool film cameras and he'll pull out snap. Like you'll just see a flash. You barely even see him do it. He's all over it.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's so cute. I love it. So then like for rap or anything, does he ever gift the photos or put together anything? Or like, do you ever get to see the photos?
Oh yeah. He'll send them for sure. He'll go get
Aw.
them developed, and I do the same with my film camera. I go through a few rolls a season and we'll send them off.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
sweet. I love it. We got to see those sometime. I love
Yeah.
it. Amazing. Okay, well, please tell our audience if you can. Well, we know that you're filming season 3, which is so exciting. So what else is next for you, if anything? I'm sure that is giving you a full plate filming season 3, but do you have any other projects on the horizon that you want to mention, and also share where our audience can find you and follow you on socials?
For sure. Right now, the next few months are definitely reserved for this. There is some stuff kind of in the works right now, but back burner for sure. But if anyone wants to follow me on Instagram, it's just my full name. It's Mya Lowe. I've also got Twitter. I don't use it as much, but I will go look and see what people are saying and all that. So if you're posting fun stuff on Twitter, feel free to tag me as well. It's same name on there.
Okay, good. Yes, everybody who's listening and watching, please go follow. And then also, can you share with us one thing, no spoilers of course, but that we can look forward to for season 3 Walter Boys fans?
For sure. There are, and I'm going to make it really broad, and people will be able to understand when it comes out, but there's new ways of filming coming in, and with that comes like some new, there's things that we've never done before. I'll say things that we've never done in the first or second season are now being done in the third, and it's really fun to film, and it'll definitely kind of shake it up when audiences watch. It's not going to feel the same as the other seasons in a great way.
Well, I'm excited now.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I want it to come out. But yeah, hopefully soon. Hopefully in the next little while.
Oh, so excited. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And then I'm just going to give a little shout out to anybody who's listening or watching. Don't forget, every single episode we do a giveaway. So make sure you go and you just leave a comment on any of our episodes, whether that's on YouTube or a podcast clip. And then also subscribe to us on Spotify and on Apple, and just send us a little screenshot letting us know that you either commented or that you followed us. And we will be giving away some of our how to get an agent guide. So if you're an aspiring actor or actress, that guide is going to be very helpful for you. But above all, please go make sure you follow Mya Lowe. And you guys, I'm sure you learned so much from this episode, and above all, had the best time learning from our wonderful guest and star Mya that joined us. So thanks again. We had a wonderful time chatting with you.
Thanks so much. You're awesome. I love your energy, and the games are so much fun. This is great. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're so sweet. Okay, well, we'll definitely have to have you back on.
For sure.
So, yeah, we look forward to it. Well, thank you, everybody, for listening and watching. And this has been the Young Entertainment Podcast.